Chisora Is War. Let's talk.
Push the weight and now flex. Flex. The live is one in the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Just got done watching Derek Chisora versus Otto Wallin. Not gonna lie to you, I knew about this fight. I wasn't really that stoked about it. To be honest with you, went to the gym, came home, and I said, "Oh man, I forgot about this fight." So I sat back and I watched it. And the more I watched it, I was reminded how much I appreciated the efforts of Derek Chisora. And as the fight went on, Derek has this style where, he's seemingly out on his feet and then boom, with his effort, he can land something that could change the whole course of the fight. And the whole time I'm watching, well, I was strictly, neutral watching this fight. And with each passing round, I began to root for him. Not because I have any ill will towards Otto Wallin, but you root for the guy, the quote unquote old dog, who's highly celebrated, deserves every bit of praise that he does get. Every opportunity he's gotten, he's earned. And although he didn't win everything, this man has not been in a boring fight. He gives you 110%. He trains. He doesn't have the best physique in the world, but what he can guarantee you, when you put him on a card, 110% effort, win or lose. That's all I ask for these fighters, being that this is what they chose to do. The man was cut, he fought through that. The man was dead tired, he fought through that. Round 10, he threw a wild, I think it was I don't remember, left or right hook. Clipped Otto Wallin on his head. Otto goes stumbling back and he kind of tripped. But ladies and gentlemen, if a punch lands and you fall, it's academic. The punch landed, Otto stumbled back in the ring, tripped over his feet and landed on his behind. He got up and it's academic. That's a 10-8 round. And then round 12, Otto just couldn't stay off the ropes and Derek started pounding on him. No Garcia. And Otto Wallin falls again. Another 10-8 round. Now, without those knockdowns, they maybe had it a draw, maybe leaned towards Otto Wallin in an SD. Because Otto was boxing and giving lateral movement, but Derek, he understood the assignment. He said pressure's gonna win this fight. And as the fight went on, in round 12, I said, man, you know what? More of this. Now I want to point something out. The Del Boy, Derek Chisora. I noticed the audience. First of all, it was a packed house. I don't know where they were. I barely pay attention to stuff like that. But what I noticed was the audience loves that man in the UK. They love this man because they know what they're going to get. Now, I want you to understand something. The last time I saw him in a fight, a few months ago, he beat Joe Joyce. Go figure that. Now he's beating Otto Wallin. When I saw that this fight was signed, instinctively I said, Derek's going to give 110%, but I think Otto's going to beat him. And he ends up dropping Otto twice. Valiant effort. And successful. Now, I believe this is fight number 49 for him. And he brought some UK rappers in there. I don't know who these brothers were. You know, I think I saw Bryant Jennings in the ring. Salute to him. Friend of the Strong House. I had him on the show. If that was him, I kind of like was doing stuff. I think that was him. Brought up 3 pictures. One was Alexander Usyk. The other one was Daniel Dubois. The other one was Anthony Joshua. Now, here's what I noticed. He had the audience vote because I believe this is fight number 50 for him. Fight number 50. Right? And he asked the audience, he said, hey, fight number 50, what do you want me to do? He held up the picture of Usyk and the place went crazy. He held up a picture of AJ and the place went crazier. He held up the picture of Daniel Dubois and they booed. Now that's another live in itself, and I'm going to explore that. To me, that's a problem. And this is just a sidebar. Daniel Dubois is doing everything that you want a heavyweight champion to do. I respect Derek Chisora, but the fact that they'd rather see him versus Anthony Joshua, who's coming off a knockout loss, is strange to me. And there's an ideology behind that, but I'll explore that at on another stream, because this is in celebration of Derek Chisora. He wants all the smoke. AJ's just a name. Usyk, that would be a rematch because Usyk beat him already when he was getting acclimated to heavyweight. Daniel Dubois, I mean, in my opinion, he should be the guy on top in the UK, especially after what he did to Anthony Joshua. He slept him. He outclassed him and slept him. But for some reason, they would rather see Derek Chisora in the ring with Anthony Joshua. Same reason why they would rather see AJ in the ring with the Tyson Fury, who announced his retirement. I don't know what that is with the disrespect to Daniel Dubois. I don't know what that is, but I'll explore that at another time. In the meantime, I do appreciate the UK audience supporting Derek Chisora. Like I said, this was a great hard-nosed effort from Derek Chisora. He's not the greatest boxer in the world, but he does have some. I ain't gonna violate him like that. He does have a really good boxing IQ, because whatever he feels he's good at to get done, somehow he gets it done. You got to recognize that. You got to respect that. Derek Chisora is what you want. That mentality, that thought process. I can respect you after the fight's over and the bell rings. But leading up to that fight, this is war. And if you look at the record, if you look at his resume, again, he hasn't won everything. But I can't name one time where he showed up and didn't give 110% of an effort. Whether it was in a win, whether it was in a loss. The other thing that I had a little bit of an issue with when he referred to Tyson Fury, he said, yeah, he was cheating a little bit. But I was like, whoa, what do you mean he's cheating a little bit? Derek knows what's up with that guy. But that aside, I respect Derek Chisora. I really do. He'd fight anybody. I appreciate the effort. And when he hangs it up, I'd like to see him in the Hall of Fame in a few years. I'd like to see it. So shout out to him. He beat Otto Wallin. Very, very, very good fight, man. So he wants Usyk, AJ, or Dubois. The crowd definitely screamed and hollered for Anthony Joshua. Man, Anthony Joshua's coming off of a loss. Give him AJ. You know why? Because Dubois got other things to do. He got other things to do. He's facing Joseph Parker. I think he's going to win that fight, and I'm eager to see what he does after that. but he got to get past Parker first, and I'm not disrespecting Parker. I just think Daniel Dubois wins that fight. Fighting Derek Chisora really doesn't do anything for him right now. Anthony Joshua's coming off of a loss, so y'all can go ahead and make that fight. Alexander Usyk might have a rematch date with Daniel Dubois. He's coming off a spectacular win off a flatlining AJ. I'm going to keep drilling that point. And Usyk told Turki Al-Sheikh to go ahead and make that fight. So after he takes care of Parker, maybe we get a rematch on neutral ground. And he won't get a 2-hour call when he gets hit on the belt line. Talking about he got hit in the nuts. So cool. Daniel Dubois got bigger fish to fry. And it's no disrespect to Del Boy. The crowd didn't want to see you fight Dubois anyway. So yeah, I don't mind you fighting Anthony Joshua. But Dubois and Usyk probably got a date with each other down the road. So you go ahead and fight AJ. And you know what, Del Boy? You fight Anthony Joshua, I'll be rooting for you. I'll be rooting for Del Boy in that fight. Because Del Boy literally fought for everything he has. I remember he told Eddie Hearn. Hey man, you better come up with some more money. Y'all remember that? I ain't gonna get into all of that, but y'all remember that? When he told AJ, he told Eddie Hearn, it was something about he's fighting on the card. He said, yo, you gotta pay me more. I'm worth more. I said, man, Derek, he's like that. So salute to Derek Chisora. It was really, 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 really good win, man. And that's all we ask for in this sport, man. Let's celebrate the Warriors. Let's stop talking about money and seat sales and who deserves what. If this guy's a champion and this guy's a mandatory, fight him. If y'all don't care to see the mandatory or the number one contender, someone's ranked number 1, 2, 3, but someone's coming up from the division down south, and they can exercise their powers as a belt holder, then exercise it. If this is a fight that someone wants, let's get to boxing. And stop de-blowing the fighter because you like how his tattoos look and like his braided hair and stuff like that. More of the Derek Chisora war mentality. Let's get it, man. Let's start celebrating these fighters who are out there putting in the work. Let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.